Have you ever dreamed of a beautiful greenhouse, overflowing with fresh vegetables and vibrant flowers, only to end up with wilted plants and a mysterious pest infestation? It's a frustratingly common story. What if I told you the difference between a thriving garden oasis and a plant graveyard comes down to just a few simple secrets? Secrets that professional growers know, but rarely share. In this video, we are pulling back the curtain and revealing the 10 essential greenhouse secrets that will completely transform the way you grow. Forget what you think you know, because by the end of this, you'll have the keys to unlocking your greenhouse's true potential. And trust me, secret number 7 alone will save you from the most common plant killer of all. Before we dive into the secrets, let's quickly touch on why greenhouses are so magical in the first place. The concept isn't new. The ancient Romans used structures with oiled cloth or sheets of mica to grow vegetables for Emperor Tiberius year-round. But it was the Victorians who truly mastered the art, building magnificent glass and iron palaces for exotic plants. Their goal was simple: to create a controlled environment, a pocket of paradise shielded from the harsh realities of the outside world. This core principle remains the same today, whether you have a massive Victorian-style glass house or a small backyard hoop house. The goal is control. But that control is a delicate balance, and that's where the secrets come in. Understanding how to manage this miniature ecosystem is the key to everything. So let's start with the very first and perhaps most permanent decision you'll make. Secret number 1 is that location is so much more than just sunlight. Everyone knows plants need sun, so they place their greenhouse in the sunniest spot. But that can be a huge mistake. You also need to consider wind protection. A constant barrage of wind can cool your greenhouse dramatically in winter and even damage its structure over time. Planting a windbreak or using an existing building for shelter is a pro move. Next, think about access to water and electricity. Are you going to be hauling buckets of water 100 feet every day? That gets old fast. And finally, ensure the ground is level. Building on a slope complicates the foundation, affects water drainage, and can create uneven temperature zones inside. A perfect example of this is placing a greenhouse in an open, windy field versus nestled in a corner of the yard protected by a fence and close to a water spigot. The second location will always be more successful. Now for our second secret, which is all about airflow. Let's debunk the ventilation myth. Many people believe that a single roof vent is enough to cool a greenhouse. This is completely false. A greenhouse is designed to trap heat, and on a sunny day, it can get dangerously hot, even in cooler weather. The secret isn't just letting hot air out. It's about creating consistent airflow and cross-ventilation. You need low-level vents like side vents or louvers to draw cool air in, and high-level vents to push hot air out. This creates a natural convection current that circulates the air, preventing hot spots and reducing the risk of fungal diseases that thrive in stagnant, humid conditions. A great illustration is to think of it like a chimney. You can't just have an opening at the top. You need an opening at the bottom to feed the fire with air. Your greenhouse is the same. Ideally, you want automatic vent openers that work on a temperature-sensitive wax system, ensuring your plants are protected even when you're not home. Let's dig into secret number 3, and it's a dirty one. The soil in your greenhouse is not just dirt. This is one of the most common and devastating mistakes beginners make. They think they can save money by shoveling in soil from their garden. Here's the problem. Garden soil is full of weed seeds, insect eggs, and potential diseases like fungi and bacteria. In the warm, humid environment of a greenhouse, these problems will explode. Furthermore, garden soil compacts easily in containers and raised beds, strangling plant roots and leading to poor drainage. The secret is to use a sterile, soilless potting mix. These mixes are specifically designed to be lightweight, provide excellent drainage and aeration, and are free from pests and diseases. They are typically made from a blend of peat moss, coir, perlite, and vermiculite. Imagine two identical tomato plants, one in a pot of heavy garden clay and one in a pot of light, fluffy potting mix. The difference in root development and overall plant health after just 1 month will be astonishing. Moving on to secret number 4, let's talk about something you can feel but can't always see: mastering humidity. Humidity is a double-edged sword in a greenhouse. Your plants, especially tropical ones, love it. It helps them transpire less and focus their energy on growth. However, too much humidity, especially combined with poor ventilation, is an open invitation for fungal diseases like powdery mildew and botrytis. The secret is to find the sweet spot and manage it actively. A simple hygrometer will tell you the relative humidity. If it's too low, you can increase it by misting your plants in the morning or by placing trays of water with pebbles on the floor. This is called a humidity tray. If it's too high, that's your cue to increase ventilation. Remember our cross-ventilation secret. This is where it pays off. Running a small circulating fan can also help to keep the air moving and prevent moisture from settling on leaves. Visualizing a leaf covered in a white, powdery fungus is a stark reminder of what happens when humidity goes unchecked. Our 5th secret is all about the walls around you. The right material for your greenhouse truly matters, and it's not just about cost. The big debate is usually between glass, polycarbonate, and polyethylene film. Glass is the traditional choice. It looks beautiful and has the longest lifespan if not broken. But it's expensive, heavy, and offers poor insulation. Polyethylene film is the cheapest option, great for simple hoop houses, but it degrades in UV light and usually needs to be replaced every few years. The professional secret weapon is often twin-wall or multi-wall polycarbonate. It's lightweight, incredibly durable, and provides excellent insulation, which means lower heating costs in the winter. Crucially, it also diffuses sunlight instead of harsh, direct beams of light that can scorch plants. It scatters the light evenly, reaching all parts of the plant. Imagine the sharp, focused beam of a magnifying glass versus the soft, even light from a frosted light bulb. Polycarbonate provides that softer, more beneficial light for your plants. Secret number 6 is crucial for keeping your plants healthy. You need to think like a pest. Greenhouses are a paradise for pests. They're warm, sheltered, and full of delicious food. Simply reacting to an infestation when you see it is a losing battle. The secret is proactive prevention. First, always inspect new plants thoroughly before bringing them inside. They are the #1 source of pests. Second, embrace beneficial insects. You can order ladybugs or lacewings online and release them in your greenhouse to act as a natural pest control army. They will hunt down aphids, mites, and other unwanted guests. Third, use companion planting. Planting marigolds, nasturtiums, or garlic among your crops can actively repel certain pests. Finally, keep your greenhouse clean. Remove dead leaves and plant debris promptly, as this is where pests and diseases love to hide and breed. A great example of this in action is seeing a swarm of ladybugs devouring an aphid colony on a pepper plant. It's nature's perfect solution. All right, let's talk about the single biggest killer of greenhouse plants. Secret number 7 is all about water wisdom. It's not underwatering that gets most people, it's overwatering. In the enclosed environment of a greenhouse, soil dries out much slower than it does outdoors. Overwatering leads to waterlogged soil, which suffocates roots and creates the perfect conditions for root rot, a fungal disease that is almost always fatal. So what's the secret? Water deeply but infrequently. Instead of giving a little splash every day, give your plants a thorough soaking until water runs out the bottom of the pot. And then wait until the top inch or two of soil is completely dry before watering again. The easiest way to check is the simple finger test. Stick your index finger into the soil, up to the second knuckle. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If it feels damp, wait another day. For a truly professional setup, consider a drip irrigation system on a timer. It delivers water directly to the roots slowly and efficiently, saving water and preventing a host of problems. Now that your plants are watered correctly, let's feed them. Secret number 8 is to feed your plants, but don't spoil them. There's a common myth that more fertilizer equals bigger plants and more fruit. This leads people to over-fertilize, which can be just as bad as not fertilizing at all. Too much fertilizer, especially synthetic chemical ones, can create a buildup of salts in the soil, which effectively burns the plant's roots. This is called fertilizer burn, and it results in yellowing or browning leaves and stunted growth. The secret is to follow a consistent but gentle feeding schedule. Use a balanced, water-soluble fertilizer at half the recommended strength once every 2 weeks during the growing season. Understand the NPK numbers on the package. Nitrogen, the first number, promotes leafy growth. Phosphorus, the second, is for roots and flowers. And potassium, the third, is for overall plant health. Tailor your fertilizer to what you're growing. Leafy greens want more nitrogen, while tomatoes want more phosphorus once they start to flower. Less is often more when it comes to feeding. What happens when the main growing season is over? Secret number 9 is that the off-season is your secret weapon. Many gardeners see the end of summer as a time to abandon their greenhouse until spring. This is a massive missed opportunity. Professionals use this downtime strategically. First, it's the perfect time for a deep clean. Remove all remaining plants and debris. Then, wash the walls and glass inside and out with a diluted vinegar or soap solution. This removes algae and grime, maximizing precious winter light, and it also kills any overwintering pest eggs or fungal spores. Second, this is your chance to amend your soil. Add fresh compost and organic matter to your beds to replenish the nutrients that were used up during the season. Finally, use this quiet time for planning. Sketch out your layout for next year, order your seeds, and make any necessary repairs. Starting the new season with a clean, prepared, and well-planned space is a secret that guarantees a head start. Finally, we arrive at the 10th and most important secret of all. Your greenhouse is a complete system, not just a box for plants. All the secrets we've discussed are interconnected. Your choice of material affects heating and light diffusion. Your ventilation strategy directly impacts humidity levels. Your humidity levels influence your pest and disease pressure. Your watering schedule is tied to your soil choice. Forgetting one element can cause the entire system to fail. The true secret to success is to stop thinking about individual tasks and start thinking like an ecosystem manager. Pay attention to how the different elements interact. If you see signs of powdery mildew, don't just reach for a fungicide. Ask yourself why it appeared. Is your ventilation poor? Is your humidity too high? Are your plants too crowded? Addressing the root cause within the system is always more effective than just treating the symptom. Imagine a web where pulling on one string makes the entire structure vibrate. That's your greenhouse. So there you have it. The 10 secrets that can truly elevate your greenhouse from a simple hobby to a productive paradise. We've seen that success isn't about having the most expensive structure, but about understanding the system. The most game-changing takeaways are realizing that your soil needs to be sterile and soilless, that proper cross-ventilation is non-negotiable, and that the off-season is your most valuable time for preparation. These aren't just tips, they are fundamental shifts in thinking that prevent problems before they even start. By treating your greenhouse as a delicate, interconnected ecosystem, you gain the control needed to grow almost anything you want, any time of the year. Thank you so much for watching. If you found these secrets helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more in-depth gardening guides. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What is the single biggest challenge or frustration you've faced with your greenhouse? Let us know in the comments below. Let's solve these problems together.